All right, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us for day 2 of our boot camp, which is a boot camp of launching your business, especially in conjunction with the app. So thank you guys for tuning in, jumping on. Definitely stay on till the end. Have some really great tips and tricks on launching your business. Hopefully you learned a lot on day 1, where it's all about piquing interest. Okay, if you're really good about getting people to take a look and then you just push them through the process, you're going to have some massive success. And so I'm going to have Ray do a screen share real quick and have him go to the rewards. And so we launched the rewards this morning. Okay, so we talked about it yesterday on how with this we have what I call gamification, which makes this really fun, right? You know, when you track what I've learned and everything I've done in my career, business, athletically, in this industry, when you've tracked things that you do, you end up doing them more and you do them better, and you end up lead to have more success. So when he clicks on the rewards here, you're going to see something, okay? And everyone's going to go, so yes, this started this morning, okay? So this is pretty cool. These are engaged people. So these are people that have actually clicked on a video and taken a look, right? So those numbers are crazy high, right? 2 reasons, okay? First reason is there are people that were sandbagging just a little bit because no, I'm kidding. Because of this launch, right? But it's not that they were sandbagging. When this system came in, okay, and they saw the capability of it, what did they do? They launched, right? So Ray has been spending most of his time being reactive with his team, helping them when they needed them, but then spending time building the app, okay, and putting the time and energy to get so we can create all these extra resources. And so he finally had some time today to say, okay, let's go. And so he launched today. And what I mean launch is if you spend $500,000 building a restaurant, right? Starting a restaurant, all the equipment, all the tables. When you launch that business, are you going to tell 5 people, 2 people, 10 people? You're going to call every single person that you know. You're going to blow up Facebook. Not that I recommend doing that here, but you're going to let every single person know that you just launched this restaurant, right? Because you want them to show up for your grand opening. Right, so as you can see here, we had a few people that had their grand opening today and had a lot of engagement. We're actually, to make the contest a little fair, there's going to be those 4 that have really obscene numbers today that launched. They're going to go off on. We're actually going to delete them off. Ray is not part of the competition here, and then we're doing some testing on some things. So as she said, scroll down so we can see some numbers. Karen's looking for herself. So there you go. So this is all today. I was on the leaderboard this morning, and then the day happened, and I'm no longer on the leaderboard. So you can check this and see where your activity is, right? And the key to success with this, yes, it's peaking interest, yes, following up, but being consistent over time. Okay, this is not a sprint. It's most definitely a marathon. And stop sharing real quick. I want to show everyone what I mean by this and why setting your expectations is great. Yes, we want you to launch. But we also want you to have a really good plan going into business. And so I'm going to share something real quick. And a lot of you guys have seen this before. That's completely okay. But I really want to hit this home of the power of this industry and how it can happen, right? So if you talk to 2 people per day, okay, that's 44 people per month, because on average there's 22 weekdays in a month, okay? If you have a 10% success rate, which I believe many people will have that, I believe many people will have double and triple that because of the system we have. That means you're signing up 4.4 people per month. That's awesome. Over the course of the year, that's 50 people per year, right? That's a great year on personal recruiting. Like I've known top earners in this industry that don't average that per year. So that's great. Okay, but now you have, let's fast forward 2 years and you have 100 people on your team. Okay, or fast forward months. As fast as this thing growing, you can fast forward a few weeks with some people. So you have 100 people on your team doing the exact same thing. Okay, so that's 200 per day. Okay. That would be, what is that? 4,400 per month. That's 440 new enrollments per month at a 10% success rate. What happens when it goes to 20%, right? Who wants to have 400 people join your business in a month? Okay. This is all off talking to 2 people per day. Okay. And when you change it from talking to 2 people per day to engaging with 2 people per day, some amazing things can actually happen. So that's why we put a huge focus on engagement. It's not just who you talk to, it's who's actually watching the information and watching the videos, okay? And so step 2, day 2 of this is going to be all talking about the purpose of the funnels. We're going to walk you through one of the funnels, and it can actually do it. So I'm going to turn it over to Ray, and he's going to basically talk about the purpose of step 1, the peak, step 2, the present, and then walk you through one of the funnels. Ray, you want to take it over?
Yes, sir. Got my screen coming up here, hopefully. There we go, cool. All right, so the easiest way, like, to get to the basics of this, to see what you have, like, it's important that you know what you have here. So let's go through. We'll talk Taka right now. We'll talk Taka, right? So first, I'm going to kind of walk through and talk about these pages a little bit, like what you would use them for, and then I'm going to share through all of them as soon as we get done with the stack, right? So peak, we got into, everyone knows what peaking is, like getting interest level enough to get permission to show them something. That's it. Like, talk to them until they give you permission to show them something. The team code, that TLG, gives you that intermittent fasting ebook. So if you don't see that on yours, you need to add the TLG code, okay? The next, this is all peaking. The fasting ebook is like where you're giving someone a page that has to fill out a bunch of information. So if it's your best friend, probably not the best option, okay? Just something to know. The peak does not collect email. So that might be a good warm market belly-to-belly contact that you know, or you already have their information. You send that Taka peak page. That's the first one with the minute-and-a-half video, okay? The survey I'm going to show you in a second, it's another front-end page. We haven't even got into that. It's another way to even collect a lead and get some information, okay? The testimonial group is in here. You'll see that. That's just a direct link to put your prospect and get them into that group. That testimonial group is going to be massive. I promise you, that is a huge, huge, huge part of the product side of this business. Testimonials are everything. So try to get as many people as you can into that group, okay? That's the first phase, and we're going to break these down here in a sec. Present. Okay, now, you know when to send peak. It's, first contact, first exposure, getting permission. Now, when do you send present? When do you send the overview? When do you send the whole thing about the ingredients and the deep level dive by Dr. Fobb, right? When is that? Well, maybe it's if they're asking questions. If you look in there and you see in the activities that they're watching the videos, they actually took the actions that you sent them. If they're doing the things you asked them to do, and you'll see it in the app. That's the awesome part. You can reach out to them. Hey, you want to see the rest of it? I'm going to send you another video. Is that okay? Get another permission. Get them starting to say yes. That's not gonna fail you. Get yeses. They're called micro commitments. Big deal. Okay. So get the yes. Send them the overview in the present. Okay. Now what? Like, when do I send the next piece? Right. It's gonna be different for everybody. But maybe a good follow up is like, hey, I know you went through the video and saw but in the group yet, it's crazy. There's thousands of people in there already in just a couple weeks. Can I send it to you? Sure. Boom. Follow up. Hit that. Okay. Enroll, that's pretty obvious, right? That's like when they're ready. There's options here, though. Okay. There's options. Shop Our Products gives them a choice. They choose there based upon a video that we had Karen put together, whether they go retail or preferred. Or you can choose for them and send retail or preferred based upon what they're doing. All from the app, all trackable. And here's the reason why you want to use these rather than just sending them links, even to sign up, because you're going to know when they click. Because knowing when they click is a big deal. You can go in and look, and you'll know when people are actually excited. And finding excited people makes you all the money in this business. That's the deal. Okay. So let me stop this share, and we'll walk through on desktop real quick, and we'll get in here and look at these funnels in case someone hasn't seen them. We can talk about it a little bit more, all that stuff. So, you see my screen, okay, Nick? Okay, cool.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. So this is the one that only our team has. Don't tell anybody. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, our team has this. We're rocking it. This could be a big piece of the business for a lot of people. This is peaking people into an intermittent fasting guide. You're giving a piece of value away with this front end. Okay. And the value is they get the free ebook. It gets them in. It creates a contact. You don't even need to have them as a contact to send this page. Okay. It's better if you do because you'll know when they click. But if you have this link floating around and somebody enters it, they become a contact. Okay, so they can do that all on their own. So this is a good page. There's a little bit of testimonial. Somebody was asking why we have a testimonial on this page. I believe it's to push over. When we're asking for multiple pieces of information, we need a little bit more juice to push them over, to give us this info. People don't want to give up their info. They don't want people calling them. So we oversold it with testimonials, right? So they come in here. They're asking nothing about. We're not trying to sell them a drink here. Okay, we're trying to give them something, give some value, get a transaction going. So as soon as they opt in, we send the book via email, and then they're coming in here. Okay, and you've probably seen this page. This is the front end. This is what everybody else has. We have a front end to grab their email information, give them value, but this starts it too. So this is where they're coming in. They're coming here, a minute and a half video, and then the breadcrumbs start, right? Like for all the different things. They're going to come in here, they're going to start discovering Taka, right? Like it's got the testimonials, a quick minute and a half video, and if they're watching that minute and a half video, your app's going to tell you. So imagine if you opt somebody in on that IF guide, that you see them become a contact. You're like, great, cool. And then they watch 100% of this video, and the app will tell you, do you think that person's interested? Yes. Follow up with that person. Hey, I saw you watch the video. What do you think about it? Because you know they watched the video, right? So they come into this page, and they start clicking. They go to Discover Taka. Now, this video is huge. Okay, it's 17 minutes of Dr. Fob talking about all of the ingredients in this product and why you should take them and what they do for your body and how amazing it is. If you have a researcher, this is a point for follow-up, guys, okay? If you have a researcher, and even if they're not in the funnel, you don't have to send everyone through the entire funnel, okay? You can use pieces of this as a tool for your business. This page right here, it's called the overview. If you send someone who is a researcher who's asking all the questions, they want to know about every little thing, this is the video you send to them. They're going to be very happy by the end of this. 17 minutes of real data. It's huge. It's a huge page to push this over, okay? Place order now. More info on the ingredients. The researchers, this is their page. They're going to love it, okay? And FAQs, all that stuff. And then they go into a place order button. So here's what else we did. And this is why it was important for me to show you in the back that we made this page, because you can send them straight to the corporate sites on Prefer to Retail, or you send them to this page, the Shop Our Products page, where Karen did a great job and explained the difference in both and how they can get a discount for being on auto ship. That's a great thing for your business, I promise. This page will do better than just sending them to a retail link. It's more personable too. And let's face it, our pages are better than corporate. That's how it's going to be. Those are replicated sites. They have different functions. Use our pages when you can, because they'll get you better conversions. You'll have a better experience, okay? One other page I'm going to show you, because that's kind of the follow-up process and what you're going to do, when you're going to use them. You get a researcher, you send them the overview. You get somebody ready to be a customer, send them this page. Let Karen do the talking and explaining why it's good for them. It's a third-party validation. It's what we talk about all day. It's no different than doing a three-way call, really, okay? There was another peak that we didn't get into. This is a cool tool. This could be used in a bunch of different ways. I could use it a million different ways, but it's a survey. It's the front end. There's a survey on the BizOp funnel. There's a survey on Eternal. There's a survey in Taka. We just wrote questions that are going to help you build business. Okay? If somebody comes in and fills this out, this 1-minute survey, and gives you this information, you're going to know if this products are right for them. Or maybe it's a different product that's right for them. But it's a value thing, right? So this is a good tool. This leads into the minute and a half video on Taka, or the peak on Eternal, depending on which one you use. But there's going to be more. Like, it's important to know this is how the starting point is. We'll be developing and doing more and more and more. If we see things in the system that are going to get higher conversions as we go, we're going to do it. So that's kind of the overview. Did you want me to show anything else on this, Nick?
No, I think that's good. So, like we talked on a video in the training, I always talk, there's different types of knowledge. There's learn knowledge, activity knowledge, learn knowledge, activity knowledge. So if you're brand new to this stuff, here's what you do. You plug into the boot camps, and then you go do activity, right? So you go send the videos, you go through them, start going through and watching them yourself. And so when you like, hey, what do I send? My response normally to that is what's your favorite video, or what are you most excited about, right? So if someone is asking questions on products and ingredients in Taka, it's that product overview. If they're wanting more stuff and ingredients in Eternal, I'm going to send the Eternal white paper, right? But the best way to know to that is to jump on, do these things, and then go through it yourself. The first time someone asks you a question, shoot us a text, right? Hey, what would you send? And I'll tell you, but then you go back and go watch it so you'll know why we say that. But the answer is not always going to be that for you. So learn knowledge, boot camp, activity knowledge. We're going to put all these boot camps and recordings. They're in the app. They're also going to be in the Facebook pages. Come back and listen to them again if you need to. If you want to go back over peak and interests, right? We had some questions on that earlier. Go watch step 1 of the boot camp. Learn knowledge, activity knowledge, and then launch, right? I had a number of messages today. I wanted Ray to show you, and maybe go back and show that screen again, Ray, the reward screen. Okay? Because some people said, like, whoa, like, what happened? There's 4 people that absolutely crushed it, right? And what it was is there were some people that launched their business today, right? Just as if you would take, and I mentioned this earlier, but I know a number of more people jumped on. but they launched their business today just like you would if you spent $1 million on a business, or $500,000 or $150,000 just on a yogurt place, right? You're going to let every single person you know that you had a grand opening. And so the reason that we had so much engagement today is there is a few people that launched their business today. We are going to take them off the leaderboard, right? So every single person on here has the ability to go in and earn the rewards, which the first place is a $200 Globally coupon. Second place is the hat and t-shirt. Third place is the t-shirt. Okay. So take the approach as I want to launch my business, and then set a plan moving forward to stay consistent. And if you focus on engagement, you focus on people seeing the story, seeing the tools, okay, and then just getting them from one step to the next step, you will absolutely crush this business, okay? And like Ray said, you don't have to know everything, right? You're just going to meet people where they're at and take them to the next step. So if someone already has their interest peaked, right? Maybe you did a Facebook post and they're like, man, I would love to learn more about the product or those ingredients that are leading to your health benefits. Then you may send them the product info page. They don't necessarily have to have their interest peaked because it's already been peaked, right? Or if they've already had the interest peak, they've seen this, but they want to see comp plan, you're going to go send them the comp plan pages under opportunity. So you meet them where they're at, take them to the next step, then take them to the next step, then take them to the next step. The magic happens when people see information 5 to 8 times, 5 to 12 times. That's where the magic is. And so what the app does is it compresses time frames by getting to see more information in a shorter period of time. When you take people from seeing 5 to 8 exposures or 5 to 12 exposures over the course of 2 weeks down to few days, your conversion rate, which I did earlier talking about 10%, that's where it will go to 20%. That's where it will go to 30% when you can compress time frames. So thank you guys so much for jumping on. Day 3 of the boot camp will be next. If you click the button